Here's the comment. It says, calling it a privilege is discrediting the work put in. I didn't lose the weight by chance. I wasn't born thin. It took loads of work. So I guess this is a response like thin privilege. So calling thin being a privilege is discrediting the work that people put into losing just to be healthy. Okay, for whatever, fuck thin privilege. It's about swole privilege. Swole privilege. Don't be thin. Be fucking swole. All right.
Okay.
Huh.
I will say once again,
Jesus.
as I said before, no one is discrediting the hard work that you put in to get a smaller body. What we are saying, though, is that the fact that you have a smaller body now, regardless of whether it was large before, but the fact that you have a smaller body now is a privilege.
You lazy fuck. Tell me you're a lazy fuck and you like your Twinkies without telling me you're a lazy fuck and you like your Twinkies. Oh my God. The fact that you have a thinner body now you have the privilege. Mayhaps you want to put in some work too. She-Hulk.
Thin bodies come with privileges that fat bodies do not. For one thing, people don't go to thin creators' pages and leave terrible comments about that.
Have you never been on the internet before? People don't go to thin creators' pages. Yo, you've never used the internet before, have you? There's tons of shit talking for everyone. Are you crazy? Oh, that's rhetorical for sure.
It's not as often. You can fit in airplane seats or in roller coasters.
Oh, God.
You're treated with respect and your issues at the doctor's office are taken seriously instead of being chalked up to being, what they consider overweight.
Look, I can only see your face and like the top quarter of your torso, but there's no quotes around overweight for you, dear. You're morbidly obese. If you're morbidly obese walking into a doctor's office, yeah, a lot of what they see is going to be like, I wonder if this has to do with the things you're doing every fucking day that have led you to be morbidly obese. You don't think a doctor, look, I could be your doc. I think I could be a doctor. Like, wow, whatever you're doing on a daily basis is not working. You're not magically morbidly obese. It does not happen. It's not a magic. It's your habits. Some people might be more predisposed to it, but yeah, they still have terrible fucking habits, so it makes them even fucking worse.
You can walk into any clothing store and find clothing that will fit your body. You aren't at risk of losing your job because you are once again deemed too big, which is an actual thing that is true in many states.
Yeah, if you're super unhealthy and you're a risk for either the job that you're doing or you're just a risk to the company because you're taking a ton of sick days or the health insurance premiums go skyrocketing because you're 400 fucking pounds. Jesus Christ.
Having a smaller body is a privilege. It doesn't matter how it became small, whether it was small from the beginning or whether you put in the work and made it smaller. It's a privilege.
You mean just being a functional human being that didn't eat themselves into being incapacitated? Then fucking do the same. Tell me, even though this is a one-sided video, tell me what your daily habits are. What do you eat? What do you do day to day? Get the fuck out of here.
Not to mention that not everyone has the ability to get smaller bodies. Not everyone can lose weight for whatever reason.
Not everyone can lose weight for whatever reason. Well, that sounds really specific. Not everyone can lose weight for whatever reason. Easy to say when they don't. Yeah, anyone cannot lose weight when they don't do it properly. Yeah, that's a solid statement.
And there are people like myself who aren't interested in losing weight, but that doesn't mean
you're not interested in losing weight. You don't want to be healthy. Then shut the fuck up.
That we
shut the fuck up.
Don't deserve respect and to be treated like a human.
No one's not treating you like a human. We treat you like a fat human. You're a whiny human. You're complaining, but you're not changing. You're like, I'm not going to change. I have no intent on losing weight, but I want to be treated like a human. You're be treated like a victim, a pathetic human. Or you can actually take some action and not be so lame.
And I think the biggest thing about this thread is if this is affecting you so much, it might be a good idea to ask yourself why. Why are you so triggered with this? Why is your first response to defend yourself? That might be something to look into.
Because you're trying to gaslight them? Because you're gaslighting your audience? Because you're in denial? And you're trying to act like you're some kind of altruistic, virtuous person by not wanting to change, yet complaining that you don't have the same accessibility as people that are normal sized. Normal sized. Normal, not straight sized, like that bullshit fat spectrum trash. Like human sized. Like, hey, you're the size of a human being.
But no one's discrediting you here. No one's attacking you here. So it's okay. It's okay. You can say you have privilege. That's not a bad thing, but you do need to acknowledge it.
Nope. Don't have to.
And it's important then to take that privilege and make sure that you advocate for others who do not have that privilege.
No one's under any responsibility to advocate for other people that don't have privilege. That's nonsense. That's communist bullshit. You're under no obligation to advocate for someone else. That's sickening.
Because
bullshit.
When you do have a position of power, you need to use it for good. Hope this cleared things up. It was kind of a lot to type, so there you go.
Yeah, it clears it up. It clears it up that you want to keep your victimhood. You're trying actively to, I don't know, hold on to some thread of, I don't know, whatever. It's enough. It's enough. Enough.